Hello everyone. There is some media in any chat, and there can be also some scheduled messaging. This is the preview screen. If you don't already know, let me just show you. I can just go. That can work. We have to only make. So the first thing is we have to only make changes in the media preview fragment, and the message will be no more. If we are making the change in the media preview fragment, then the message won't be scheduled anymore. So this list should be updated, but it won't be updated directly. If suppose we are having a preview and the preview is no more available, that means we have deleted it. So this should not be here. So this should be updated. And okay, if we are just simply doing it like Telegram is handling it, so how we can do it? If we have to go that way, then we just have to hide the media if it is a scheduled message. So there are two approaches that we can follow. Telegram, a lot of functionality present in this applications are similar to Telegram, so maybe we can just go with that one also. If the media is scheduled, then we will not show it here. Okay, so what is this screen? First we have to know what screen is this. So let me check, and it should be created somewhere here. Conversation settings active, no fragment call here. So it is directly clear activity, conversation settings activity. Cool. So let's jump on to this screen. Let's close these locats. Conversation fragment activity, and this class doesn't have a lot of code here, so maybe we have to go somewhere else. Okay, so there can be multiple functions that we are calling, and according to that we are creating a scene. We are calling here for a group. Then what is this? Conversation settings fragment, and is okay, it is logging fragment. That's why we are not having the log of when this fragment is created. That should, if I am having it a logging fragment here, let me check if it is. Yeah, it is a class, but yeah, it is directly extending this class. I think there should be no difference here. That should not make any difference. DLS settings fragment. Let me. Okay, there are a lot of places. Cool. So this fragment is used in a lot of places, and none of these preview, private, group setting, all these fragments are not logging. So for this DSL setting fragment, we are just making it. See who else is doing this. Is there anything? Is there someone directly doing this? Yes. Yeah, perfectly makes sense. We did the right thing, okay? Perfectly makes sense. We did the right thing, okay? And we should see the improvement. You should focus on the code, and you will just understand this thing, that this can be useful. This just improves the debugging, and it will help you. Okay, so we have to find the shared media section. So this file is pretty big, and it should have this shared media section. Search shared, refresh shared media. Okay, shared media update trigger. What is that? Let's find where it is used. So this there is a conversation setting state object that is having this shared media, that is the list of media record. Okay, we have to just see where we are getting it from. Shared media, and we are having a live data object, live data util dot map async, and then for this tid, what is this t? Yeah, I'm not sure what is this tid here. Okay, let's move, we will see. Repository, that is conversation setting repository dot get thread media. Hmm. Okay, we have to change this function actually, because for this conversation settings repository we have to update what actually is the what actually is our list of shared media, because our scheduled media will not be considered as our conversation media because it is currently not in our conversation. Okay, that is what I think. uh, yeah, we have to go with them, we have to go with whatever they want us to. Get thread media, that means get whole chats media, so we are getting the database. Get gallery media for thread, it returns us a cursor object. So cursor is a custom object, or okay, okay, it media record, let's see. Dot, maybe we can map it. It dot, okay, what is it saying? Okay, 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 we cannot. Hmm. We have to not map it, sorry, we have to filter it. My bad, sorry. So we will filter all the items, all the message record that have the date greater than our current time millis. You got it, I guess. So if it is a scheduled message, it will definitely have our the message time as greater than this. Okay, there can be a cache here, there can be a problem here. If this thing database.media and whatever it is returning here, if it is storing the message sent time, means when we are scheduling the message, suppose right now I am scheduling a message, so for this media record object as 9 2 9 yeah 9 2, it can it can send, it can save the time as 9 2, but I have scheduled it for maybe tomorrow. So that do one thing, let's also print the log here, tag, and okay, and let's see the complete object. It was for parameter message. What is this message? I guess this tag is not present here. Inside companion object, okay, the tag is not present here, so let's just write here Sagar. Anyways, we have to remove it at the end. So we are checking the time for all the media items, and maybe we can map it. Okay, for now let's just test it. So one improvement that we did is it should for all the fragments that it is showing right now. It should show it now should show us the log for conversation setting fragment, so that will work. And we are filtering here for the date. If this it dot date actually returns us the scheduled date, then it can work. For confirming this thing, we have to jump to the source code, which is actually storing the media in this signal database, and that is when we are scheduling the message. So maybe it is maybe to find that code it can be much harder than directly logging this thing. So we can just log this thing, and then we can just check. We will get the time, and maybe it can work, we don't know. If it is storing the scheduled time here, the time is greater than current time, then we will hide the media. Okay, filter, there should be filter. No, we should not have negative filtering. That is also one thing you can remember. If you are adding filter not, then this will be considered as a negative filtering, or counter filtering, or whatever you can use word. So it will take all the message records that have the time greater than our current time, and it will remove them. But we have to take which have lesser time. So let's cancel and rerun it. So we have to filter all the if you can just see, it will send us the list that contains only the elements which matches this thing, which have the current date less than our current time, which have the scheduled message date. Yeah, that is obvious. It will be used in a lot of places. Still, while it is loading, maybe we can connect it. I am audible or not. So meanwhile, we can go to our scheduled message, and we can check what we are storing here. Because we have time, so we can check it. That is not required. This bug can be solved in maybe 20 minutes. So we are in a live stream, so we have to do all the possibilities. So we can check our previous contributions, and from there we can go. Let's go to conversation fragment. It will have a message function. There it is. And what it is doing, it is calling the view model dot send message, and this is calling repository dot send message with the where is our scheduled date. Here it is. So scheduled date is still there, and it is still there. So inside of our repository, what we are doing to store the message, we are creating a completable object. If you don't know the completable object, you can go to my Twitter. I keep sharing all that. You can just revise your concepts with all these old or new Kotlin, Java, Android concepts. You can just follow me on Twitter. Okay, we are creating a whole completable object, and split message, message util dot split result. Okay, we are storing the body separately, and we are storing the slide deck separately. That's a good thing. That's a pretty good approach, I guess. That way we can have our whole separate database for messages and a whole separate database for our media. That is what actually we are using here. We are not disturbing our entire conversation. What we are actually doing is we are only interrupting, we are only pinning, or we are only checking with the database for this particular thread, and we are only getting the media. So that's a pretty smart thing. We have to follow this approach. Okay, I'll keep this in mind. We have to separate our databases. Maybe for text we can separate it. That can be used for searching of a message. We can directly search in the text database. And then there is a outgoing message slide. So text slide dot map. There can be a slide deck. Okay, then we are creating a, okay, there are two things now. There is a sent time millis, and then there is scheduled date. So now there are two time objects that are introduced. That is here system dot current time millis. Okay, so here is the send time and here is the scheduled date. Okay, that can create a confusion now. Okay, all other things are same, so we don't care about them. And is pre-results, pre-uploaded results. Okay, there can be some pre-upload logic. We don't need that right now. If pre-results is empty, then we will use the message sender dot send with this message send type. Okay, there can be another send types also. What are those? Signal, SMS, MMS. Okay, there is any pre-upload, then again we are using the message sender, then we are using this. Okay, now the logic goes to message sender dot send. I think it is interacting with the actual database, message sender dot send. And what it is doing, sending media message to this, and then we are creating a thread table. We are getting the thread table. What is that? Chat basically. Okay, thread table means a chat table, and that database means all the messages. Okay, then what we are doing, TID will be thread ID. If you remember this, TID is thread ID. So a whole chat history is here represented as a thread. That makes sense. Allocated thread ID, thread table dot get or create valid thread ID, and we are having a recipient. We are having a message ID, database dot insert message outbox. Okay, now the logic goes to this function, and then there is local metrics, then there is this internal message send messages. Let's add a change here so that we will know from where we have to check. There is this send message internal that we have to check. Okay, let me zoom it. If you can't see, you can just share in the chat. There are now two things that we have to check. One is this send message internal, and another one is this database dot insert message outbox. Apply universal expire time. What this takes, outgoing message, thread ID for SMS, and insert listener. Where is this insert listener? Are we having any? There is this insert listener, emitter dot on complete. Okay, so this thing can be done. We can add a listener to our internal functions. there is no drawback in doing that. And let's check this function, insert message outbox. Then this, what is it doing? We have to check for this message object. Where are we using this message object? Let's control F. Message is secure, message is secure, and is identifier verified. If it is group, is expiration date, is reaction. We have to find the is message scheduled. Okay, data sent is send time. Okay, what we are doing here is we are creating a content values object that is from Android library and send time millis. Okay, there were two things that we have to check. The send time millis. There it is, send time millis and scheduled date. Let's see where it is. Send time millis is here, and is it anywhere else? Here it is. Group recipients, not insert. Scheduled date. Okay, maybe we can also request for a schedule time. I think our code will not work. The code we have just written for this line, it dot date. So date is not actually scheduled date as far as I am concerned. Let me check. Uh, we are having a query, get gallery for thread media. Query, and what are the args? Okay, let us still check if logging works or not. Fragment on start. So logging is working, and now the media is still here. So let us see Sagar logs. So you can see the time is pretty similar here. So that is the actual send time. Okay. Gallery media query including temp videos. Content value is images. Maybe we have to change something in the query that can work. So this query will work on the attachment table, and in the attachment table we are having where is the scheduled time now? There is no scheduled time because that is in message table, right? Right. Okay, we can go for message table. We just have to change in the query that scheduled date less than 0 means it can be 0 or -1, including temp videos. It is used only at one place. Let's copy it and not scheduled. Gallery media query including temporary videos and not scheduled ones. So we can just add here and message table dot. Okay, we have to know. Okay, I am not sure if we can use it like this or not. Okay, here it is being used, so that means we can use it. Let's see if a scheduled message is used somewhere else. No, it is not. Bad for us. If any integer value is used, okay, we can do it. Is less than 0. Maybe that can work. So instead of this query, we have to add this query, and this will get us the whole media, and we can remove this filter now. And when we are doing this query, uh, can we do anything else here? Can we add any more logs? Let's check. From cursor we are creating the media record object, and it is not having the okay, push type. Okay, here the date thing is, that can also work. If our that new logic is not working, then maybe what we can do is we can request the cursor to get the message table dot schedule time. This can work. If message type is push type, then we can request when the data is sent. So this is actually getting the send time, but if the message is scheduled, then that will be the actual scheduled time. So send time will be equal to scheduled time actually when it is a scheduled message. So the logic can work here. Let me add some raw logic. First check if the query will work or not. Let me see. Hopefully it should work, and it does. Okay, problem. In all we can say it. In all we can say it. The message is here. Message is not present here, and we can see it here. See which fragment is this? Which fucking fragment is this? See all conversation fragment is stopped. Media overview activity is started. But where is the fragment? There is no fragment. Let's check for this shit activity. Where the hell is this? Okay, this activity has a long code, so it can be our activity. And when we are changing to all tabs, uh, it is not navigating to any fragment here, I suppose. And passphrase required activities. Okay, it should have any view models here that is getting the data. For all threads, it is a tab layout here. We are not having media here, but for all it is getting all. Yeah, and the time is also incorrect here. So let me take a screenshot that the time is incorrect. We just have to fix one thing now. If we are checking in all tabs, then the query should be contain scheduled messages. Ha ha ha, okay, okay. All threads. Initialize toolbar, initialize resources. Where's our view model? Let me check. Let me check if we are having a view model here. Yes, we are having. Sorting order, it is having a sorting order. That's it. And it is having this thing. Okay, let me check anything else. Hmm. Okay, our logic is not in the view model, then from where are we getting this? For thread, we are only passing the thread ID, and for tab selection, bold selection, tab item, dot register listener, tab layout. This adapter might have our content. For all tabs, we have to check. For all tabs, we are getting the item. And here is the toolbar logic. Let me see where is this activity. Media overview page fragment is here. Okay. Instead we have to add here logging fragment. All adapter. Sticky header adapter, okay. We don't need this. We don't need this activity anymore. The activity is empty. uh, We change the logic here, so this works. This Why is this a change here in this class? There should not be no change here. What is the change? Nothing. So you should have minimum changes, okay? And logging fragment is again here. And where is our logic for getting this whole list? Media gallery all adapter. We just have to add a check that this should not be a scheduled message. New instance, media overview page fragment. Okay, all these are fragments. Hmm. Makes sense. Let me also add a audio. I will mute. Okay, so I have added a scheduled audio message also. If you can see here, now there are two items, image scheduled and audio scheduled. And here we are only seeing the images because this is here we can only preview images only, okay, that makes sense. And here it is only showing 5 February 2025. Today it is sent today, it is shown like that, which is not the actual thing. So this is actually a larger bug than we are expecting. If I am sending it right now, let me see what happens. I am doing it send now. Okay, first of all, am I getting the time here? No, time is not here, and the preview is here. Okay, so the problem is it should not be shown as sent on 5 or something like that. That means we have to hide it from media. Okay, let's move ahead. We are starting with the thread ID. We have to find the logic of where is the request, where is the actual request for calling this whole content. Let's find yeah, we have to find the view model, media overview view model. This is not our requirement. Update multi select, get detailed layout. Okay, let's see where are other view model calls. There is no any. Handle multi select. We are directly calling here. Dot URI is null. We are getting the attachment of our media record. We are checking if it is image, then we can show a preview, and we can start the preview activity where we are calling this function on media click. And from where it is getting the data, media gallery adapter. And from where is this getting the data? Okay, media, where is this media? Group thread media. Okay, calmly work on this. Let's start from the basic again. We can find it. There is no hard problem here. We just have to find where we are starting from. Let's start from the beginning. So we are here in a fragment which is having adapter. Where are we setting the adapter? Let's find it. Adapter is a media, new media adapter. New gallery adapter. Empty group thread media. Okay. And where are we using this adapter? Okay, set detail view. Load reset. Destroy. Multi-select mode. Delete selected media. Okay, we can also delete selected media from here. So what it will do, this will permanently delete the selected media, any message associated with it, uh, or item will also be deleted if I delete it. Okay, here it is showing two scheduled messages. That is another bug which can be quickly resolved if we can fix it, if we can fix this one, if we can fix this one. Okay, we can also delete it from here, so let me take a screenshot. Okay, I think this is the function where we are setting the media. So this dot media is equal to media, and where are we using this media object now? and we are checking adapter dot get items count. Okay, where is this? That only depends on this media object. Okay, let's check where it is being used. What is this? Okay, let's okay, I think I got it. Where is this function set? Okay, uh, here is the callback. When this callback is finished, this will be responsible for calling this and updating our screen. Okay, recycle view dot adapter and then set media. Okay, and we just have to know where is this called from. This is from our Android APIs, but who is on load started? Who is calling this function on create loader? Okay, I think this is the function which this is the class. We have a media type, we have sorting type, and other bunch of other things. And when this thing will be done on create loader is completed, we are calling this, and when group thread media back async task loader. This is async task loader. Okay, here they are using this pattern. Got it. So there is a database observer. I think the query should be here in this class. We are having the thread ID and observer on content changed. On start loading, on stop loading, and load in background. Context grouping method is sorting is related to file size. Database observer dot update observer. Okay. Okay, they are here they are using a different pattern than what is used in other places. I think this is old code, that is why, but still we will do it. Here they are creating a media cursor, and cursor is not equal to null, and cursor can move to next. So media grouping dot add a media object, but we have to only add, maybe we can add a check here. If cursor dot, which was the function name, or not in the table, not in the sender, not here but here. We are also getting the media record object, right? So why not get the media record time from here? Just a second. If we are changing this, then this will change a lot of places, and this can be a bad thing, or maybe not. Let's see why it is a bad thing. Because this will change a lot of places, and unexpected behavior can be there which is not currently present, which I am not aware of because I have not explored the whole project, right? And if I have changed the date here and I am checking if it is a scheduled message, then set the scheduled time as current date, then still a media cursor will be added here inside of so this class is not required anymore, right? Okay, logging fragment is required. Let's set the check here. If cursor dot uh, require long, get long can also work. Message table dot data send, instead of message table dot, instead of data send we'll get this. What is this function? This is our extension class. Okay, cursor util dot I can use this cursor extension kt dot require long, and now you know cursor and other is string, so message table dot schedule date. Okay, if you don't know how you can use this, message scheduled is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then we have to skip, means then we have to continue. Okay, if you don't yet knew that you can use Kotlin X, then you can see here now. We can write the class name in which we can write the file name in which these extension functions are present, and then we can actually use the extension function. And if you knew that how extension functions are implemented internally, so what they will do, uh, let me show you quickly. So how you are using those functions: the first object in which you have created an extension, so cursor dot require long, so this cursor object will be considered as the first parameter of this function now, and you can actually use this function. So this class dot this function. And now this is a Kotlin class, so it will be a considered as a normal class in Java, and then this will be a static function from this class, and cursor will be the first parameter, and then this is second. And if we are having a schedule time more than 0, then we can skip. Okay, I guess now it makes sense. Now we will have a load in required cursor which are not having the schedule time. Okay, and other place where we have changed anything here? Yes. Okay, we have changed the query here, and here's the query, and this query is not used anymore. So let's see if this will work or not. Logging is added. Schedule check is added for preview details. Media details screen, media overview details screen. Okay, and logging is added here, and a new query is added. Perfectly fine, it should work. If it is not working, we will see why it is not working. We have one message with schedule time and one with no schedule time. So let me show you the screen. So there are two messages, one here, this is fixed, it crashes. Let's see what is the issue. Occurred while executing do in background. Schedule date does not exist. Available columns are these. Okay, it should be there, yeah. Upload timestamp. Okay, it is not there. How come? Maybe we can use any other query. If this field is not present, then we have to use only these. What is this transfer state? Sticker pack, sticker ID, all these details are here. Thread media loader dot create thread media cursor. For media type, for what media type are we passing here? Let's do one thing, not making changes here. Let's make the change again in the query. If it is gallery, then media database dot get gallery media for thread. This works because we are having this query. And if it is also, we have to change document media query Okay, we have to change all four queries. Only at one place, it is used at only one place. Let me add this. Okay, this is the block for content type. Data files is not null. We can add it here, that's fine. Okay, and okay, should we change the name of these queries, that this excludes or excludes scheduled messages? We should change excluding schedule. One element is here, one is here. Okay, here you can see there are three documents here, this and that, three scheduled messages and one media here. This works fine. Good bugs.